2. Technical challenges. Mountainous technical hurdles stand before any successful interstellar trek and the present. These vary from the surmountable, such as our inability to generate gravity, and the seemingly unsurmountable, such as how to achieve a significant percentage of the speed of light. Although opinions vary widely in the scientific and popular arenas, these technical challenges are believed to be solvable sooner or later through applied knowledge and the formulation of effective technologies. I believe that leaps and bounds in these technical fields will need to occur for us to engage in viable human-crewed interstellar exploration. These include 1. Propulsion, affecting the all-important payload capacity and speed. 2. Anti-radiation systems, for the protection of human crews and ship systems. 3. Artificial gravity systems, for the health and viability of the crew. 4. Orbital shipbuilding megastructures, to enable the building of interstellar ships and possible way stations. 5. Space particles shield systems, for collision protection from space debris and particles at high speeds. 6. Space food generation systems, for the nourishment of generations of human crews. 7. Gigawatt scale non-solar power source, for the many power-hungry ship systems away from the sun, especially propulsion. 8. Autonomous robotics and computing, for near total autonomy necessary for ship navigation and protection among other systems. 9. Space medicine, which include genetic enhancement, microbial biology management, and procreation management systems. These ensure the health and survivability of the crew. These systems will be crucial for the planning, design, construction, training, and execution of a mission to the stars. So, when finally, as a world, we decide to come together and embark on an interstellar mission, these are some of the technical challenges that we'll have to overcome. So, let's discuss in a bit more detail, shall we? 1. Propulsion. Snail-pace speeds and made-over 1970s technology are all we have currently been dealt against the dizzyingly vast distances in the game of interstellar space. So, how do we manage with what we've been dealt? Well, the odds are against us, big time. For starters, our fuel-based rockets are wholly inadequate. For example, our fastest rocket, capable of carrying a small human crew to space, was the Saturn V back in the 1970s, achieving about 25,000 kilometers per hour at its fastest speed of travel. However, even at this speed, it may take us 188,000 years to reach the Alpha-Centauri star system, the closest to our solar system. Nuclear fusion or fission propulsion are still non-existent. Nuclear fission reactor propulsion has the challenge of having relatively slow exhaust velocities, a no-no for interstellar flight. Then there is the prospect of nuclear pulse drives, fission detonation engines. However, although these may offer higher energies and velocities, the impacts of such explosions present yet unsolved technical challenges. For example, how to dampen the recoil from the blast, how to shield the crew from radiation exposure, etc. On the other hand, nuclear fusion, if ever fully developed, offers the greatest hope for conquering many deep space propulsion problems. Nuclear fusion energy production has been making significant strides recently. For example, the West Tokamak reactor in southern France achieved a new milestone by sustaining a superhot plasma at 90 million degrees Fahrenheit. That's 15 million degrees Celsius for 6 minutes. This is, although small, it is a step closer to creating a sustainable fusion reaction. Also, the ITER project, also in southern France, is a major international collaboration aiming to build the world's largest tokamak. It's designed to sustain a fusion reaction for longer periods, and the project is over 50% complete, with first experiments scheduled for 2025. And there's been a significant surge in private sector investment in fusion technology, driving scientific breakthroughs and accelerating the progress. Despite these advancements, there are still significant challenges to overcome with fusion, such as finding suitable materials for reactor construction and developing mechanisms to extract and utilize the enormous energy produced. Still, fusion energy holds the promise of being a clean, sustainable, and nearly limitless source of power, but it's still a few decades away from commercial viability, per many estimates. Ion drive propulsion. Ion drive propulsion is currently weak and inadequate for large-scale crewed missions. Ion drives use an electrical stream produced by its engine. It is currently used on very small spacecraft that require very little propulsion. The unimaginable speeds that interstellar travel will also require massive propulsion power. To ridicule using a sail to move spacecraft in space may be unfair, but it is absolutely fair to think of this as utterly inadequate for an interstellar-sized spacecraft. At current times, solar sails are only practical for super tiny, uncrewed space probes. In contrast, a solar sail able to propel an interstellar ship would have to be comically large, perhaps as large as the US state of New Mexico, and once a solar sail enters interstellar space, there will be little or no light pressure to push against the sail, and the destination star light pressure may slow the ship down prematurely. There's also obvious challenges with construction methods and materials to be used for light sails. These are just too many to discuss here, let alone the problems introduced by impacting space particles. Light beams have been proposed to move light sails, but the problems with these are vast and only lead to fantastic scenarios. Besides, the power and the magnitude for a laser array able to move an interstellar craft with a light sail of thousands of kilometers squared is just too much to even consider as currently possible. And Earth-based lasers will only rotate with the Earth, making space-based lasers necessary. Also a current impossibility.
Thank you. Please look for the next episode on this series very soon.